Hey, it's me again. I'm hoping the broadcast is working much better. I'm so sorry if it was breaking out earlier. Hopefully, you can jump back on. In my last broadcast, I was first. Let me introduce myself again. This is Elkie of Savvy Moms Unite, where I teach moms how to live a simple, realistic, practical life. My Periscope is on why doing you is not necessarily a bad thing. And what I was talking about is in my journey as a single mom, I'm a single mom to a 9-year-old girl. And I have been for most of her life. I've been a single parent. And in my journey, I've had to really learn how to take care of myself because it's really hard when you're the only parent when your child. Good morning, Aunt Cherie. Thank you for joining the broadcast. I started a broadcast earlier, but it looks like I was having issues with reception. If you're having any issues, please comment or send me some hearts. I just want to make sure it's working well for you. But thanks for jumping back on if you have. But I was just talking about my journey as a single parent and how at times it's been hard for me to really focus and take care of myself because I just had a hard time. My personality name, my name is Elkie. My name is Elkie of Savvy Moms Unite. You can follow me on Twitter and Periscope, SavvyMomElkie. And my website is on Facebook. It's called Savvy Moms Unite, where you can get some more information. So, as a single mom, I have had to really experience moments where I've had to do a lot of self-reflection about why it's important that I take care of me in the process of taking care of my child. And I come from a large family. I'm one of many siblings. My parents are immigrants to the country. They were immigrants to the country, now American citizens. And, we were taught to take care of each other. We were taught to, when someone's in need, you step in and you do whatever is necessary to take care of them. That's how we were groomed. But I think in my process of growing up, I never really understood what it meant to really take care of yourself because we were just natural caretakers. That's how we were brought up. So I had to really teach myself, okay, how do you take care of yourself? And believe me, at first I did not know how. I struggled with the concept. I struggled with understanding what it meant to do the things that made me happy because I was so focused on everyone else around me and just making sure I was there for my child. So one of the things that I had to do was really take a look at my health. And I've had a health journey that's gone on a roller coaster for a good chunk of my life. I've never, been at a place where I've seen that I can stick to a consistent health plan. I've always had moments where I've been really good. Are you going to explain your own personal matters? I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question. I'm not sure if I'm going to answer your question correctly. But yes, so in my process of trying to take care of myself, I had to deal with my mindset and deal with the triggers that I was having that wasn't causing me to focus on myself. And one of the things that thank you, DF Happy. One of the things that I had to realize was my mindset was not right when it came to me focusing on my health. I was always thinking about it last. I was worried about my daughter's health, but wasn't worried about mine. And I had a few health scares this past year that had me really rethink and reconsider what it meant to focus on my health. So, and one of the things my doctor kept saying to me is, you seem to be someone that just wants to take care of everything around you, but you don't take care of yourself. You're not focused on you. And I had to say to him, well, how can I do that? I have all this responsibility. And he's like, well, if you don't, you won't be, here healthy enough to even do it. So that's when I really started taking my health seriously and watching what I ate. And and really being mindful of that, and trying to cook healthier meals. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I have my moments where, I crave chocolate and I want an Oreo and I want ice cream. I want everything under the sun. But I've had to learn moderation is the best thing, and eliminating certain things out of my fridge, not purchasing certain items, led to me really being focused and having that moment where it was like, if you don't lose this weight, you're carrying too much weight. I was carrying weight emotionally and physically. It's like, if you don't lose this weight, you will be no good to the people around you. You have a child you have to live for. You have a family that you need to live for. You have people that depend on you at your work. I had to start this business, and how can I be of service to the women that I'm supporting if I'm not good mentally? And so one of the things that I am on the journey to doing to take care of myself is starting to get back into exercising, but not doing it to the level that I'm used to. I'm used to being like extreme about it. I'm into cardio. I love Zumba. I love kickboxing. I love high intensity workouts. But I've been slowly getting myself back into it, doing some stuff at home, entering classes, because I know how I feel when I've done it. I feel good. And happiness is part of that self-care process, doing you. You have to do you. You have to take care of yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself, I promise you, whatever you're trying to do is not going to work. You can go and try and start that business, and if your mindset is so messed up and you haven't done the work to make sure you're okay with what you're doing, it's not going to matter. If you want to take that job just because, and you haven't done the self-work, you haven't done the proper things to make sure you can be happy in that job, you could work there for years and be unhappy. If you're not feeling fulfilled, if you're not feeling encouraged, if you're not feeling like you're being challenged, that's part of self-care. That's part of the doing you. You got to do you. You may have to walk away from a 6-figure job if it's not working, if you're stressed. Who wants to be at a job where you're stressed 24/7? Who wants to be in a place in their life where you're unhappy all the time? I'm not saying you're going to have the most perfect, happy life, but at some point, if all the things you've listed out of your pros and cons list, and you've got more cons than pros, how can you really be settled in what you're doing? So that's when I say, do you. You may have to do something that's completely crazy in the mind of the people around you, but it makes sense to you. And it is what you need to do that's going to better you in the long run. I'm just trying to be real and honest with you. I'm not trying to tell you I'm perfect at what I do. I'm a real human being with real problems and real challenges, and I can relate to the average person. I'm not beyond that. I still go through my moments where I have to do the self-care talk and say, okay, Elkie, are you doing what you're supposed to do you? Are you making choices that make you happy? Are you fulfilled in what you're doing? Is your daughter seeing you do those things? Because our behavior, we have to model it for the children. We have to make sure our kids see that we're modeling positive behavior. So if they see that you're unhappy, you're unfulfilled, they notice. I know my kid is very perceptive. She knows when I'm not feeling something. She knows when I'm not happy, and she'll be the first to tell me, Mommy, if you're not happy, then why are you doing it? So let that be a lesson to you. Thank you for joining the scope again. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Please continue to follow me on Periscope and Twitter and Instagram. SavvyMomElkie is my handle. And if you want to check out my Facebook page, it's Savvy Moms Unite, where I provide tips and helpful parenting, budgeting, lifestyle tips for moms who just need an easier way to do stuff sometimes. Because frankly, it's not fun if you can't do it and it's too complicated. I mean, I'm not about the complicate. I'm not about making things complicated. Sometimes it's really just that simple. So enjoy your day. God bless, and I'll